Hello, my name is Sheeby. I am a real sheep, and today we are playing Which You Want by Studio Elang. Every spring, the village I live in holds a huge festival, and it's a really big deal. Almost everyone participates. There are a ton of stalls and activities, and people come from all over the world just to attend. So what am I doing to prepare for all of this? Well, I am job hunting. Some celebration this is, but I need the money. Every afternoon, I go to the town center to see if there are any jobs on the bulletin board. Even odd jobs are better than nothing, but I haven't had luck finding any of those either. A couple days ago, I even had someone snatch a job posting off the board while I was reading it. Rude! I hope they get fired. I wasn't expecting today to be much different, but I spot a new flyer on the board. Urgent help needed. Looking for assistant to help make potions for festival preparations. Previous experience useful, but not required. Sign your name at the bottom of the flyer for more information. I do have a little bit of potion making experience. This might just be right up my alley. Sheeby. Sheeby. Wait, who did I just sign up to work for? Oh, a new job. Before I can read the shop name, I feel a strange sensation, and the next time I blink, I'm no longer in the town square. In the distance, I can hear a delightful gasp followed by footsteps running toward me. This sure looks like a witch's shop, all right, and not just any witch's shop. Welcome to Mirabelle's Miraculous Mixtures, but I'm sure you already knew that, right? Of course. I don't think telling her that I didn't read the paper I signed would be a good idea. Oh, of course. There isn't anyone around here who doesn't know about Mirabelle's shop. Smart answer. Sure, she's more infamous than famous, but she doesn't need to know that. She is so cute! Ah! What a cute design. Oh my gosh. Either she doesn't realize I'm lying or she's too desperate to care because she just smiles brightly at me. So you can start today, right? Yes. That's a bit short notice, but I'm not going to look a gift witch in the mouth. No, even if that witch owns the worst potion shop in town. Do you have any experience brewing potions? A bit. Great. Then you shouldn't have any trouble. These are all very simple potions, I assure you. The only issue we're having is quantity. There's so much to make and only one little old me. But that's about to change, Sheeby. Come on, let me show you where you'll be working. Yay, work. She grabs my hand and leads me away from the front of the shop toward the back rooms. The back room? I'm sorry, I'm not 12. I should not. Normally I'd be ecstatic over getting to hold hands with a pretty girl, but well, maybe it's not the best to dwell on that for now. Your brewing station doesn't have as many ingredients stocked as my personal station, but I promise it'll be enough for you to make plenty of potions. I'll be handling the more complex orders, so the simpler stuff will be your responsibility. Yay. It's because we're stupid. No. Mirabelle takes me to a small enclave downstairs with a cauldron surrounded by tables and shelves of different types of herbs, flowers, and other materials. On the wall above the cauldron is a small mirror. Where's the mirror? That teleportation spell sure scuffed the alphabet, didn't it? You can take a moment to gather yourself here if you'd like. Thanks. Whoa. I have like cat eyes. Let's see. Whoa. What if you're translucent? It should be like over here. Alright. Let's go here. Gotta make it look like Sheeby. And by that I mean me, because I'm Sheeby, obviously. Yeah. Hair. What? No white hair? Dang. That's messed up. I mean, that's great. Okay, if Sheeby was normal pilled, then probably here. Outfit. Whoa. Wait. Whoa. Yep. Excuse me. Oh my god. What I want? Oh, okay. That's the only two. This is probably best because, like, if something spills on you. What? Okay. Aw, that's cute. Whoa. That wouldn't be practical. Hat. Whoa. That would get in the way. That would get burned. Whoa, I'm medieval. Whoa. That's actually kind of cute. I think it complements it. I'll go with this one. Okay then. It's nice and cozy, isn't it? I guess. I'm glad we agree. We're going to get along super well. I can just feel it. Can't you? Of course you can. I should know better than to ask questions I already know the answer to, silly me. Her energy is something else. Those one-star whelp reviews couldn't have prepared me for this. Since this is your first day, I've made sure to start you off with a really simple potion so you can get in the groove. I have a customer who's in urgent need of a strength potion. She's really strong on her own, of course, but there's a lot of stuff that needs moving. So it would help her out if she had a potion that made her even stronger. All you need to do is put the ingredients in the cauldron, stir the mixture, and voila! You have a brand new potion ready for drinking. I don't really remember any strength recipes though. Oh, don't worry about that. It's really simple. All you need is some cat's eyes, some peach seeds, and... Mirabelle and I stare at each other. The smile on her face doesn't crack even once. Well, it would be too easy if I just gave you the whole recipe, wouldn't it? Haha! Think of it like a puzzle. Those two ingredients plus something soft. If you could figure it out on your own, that proves you're able to think on your feet and make the quality potions our shop is known for. Well, I've got plenty of orders to take care of myself, so I should go. Ta-ta! She flitters away before I can say anything in response. What have I gotten myself into? What's that thing? It's like, oh, so you're probably wondering how I ended up here. I don't know. It's like the Ferris Bueller thing. Cat's eye gems, peach seeds, something soft. Let's see what's here. Whoa, it's me. If I like explode things, do I get like soot all over myself or something? Dandelion, lavender, cat's eye, feather, rose petals, peach seeds. Okay, so I remember cat's eye, peach seeds, something soft. Dandelions are soft, but I feel like it wants me to put feather. Check potion. Alright, let's go. After I put all the ingredients in the cauldron and stir them, the mixture begins to bubble satisfyingly. It's been a while since I've done this. It's actually pretty relaxing, as long as I ignore the circumstances that brought me here. Before too long, the brew is finished and I pour it into an empty bottle. The consistency is silky smooth. You'd have no idea this was my first potion in a long time. Yoo-hoo! The customer's here. 1 strength potion to go. Mirabelle seems to be in a hurry when she enters, but after she takes the potion out of my hands, she takes a moment to look at it. Wow! Now that is a beautiful potion. Why is the emphasis on the is? It's usually now that is a... Okay, whatever. Wow! Now that is a beautiful potion, especially since you said you only have a little bit of experience. Get out of my face! What? She leans in towards me, her tone of voice conspiratorial. Why, I'd almost think you just stole this from my shop. Excuse you? Excuse you? What? Of course not. Haha, I'm just kidding. Let's get this to the customer. Girl, don't get in my face like that. Mirabelle runs off again in a hurry to get back. For a moment, I think about following her, but instead I take the opportunity for a break, even if it's just for a few minutes. She might be the one running around, but I feel like I'm the one who needs to stop and take a breath. A few minutes later, I can hear footsteps approaching. She probably has another task for me. But when I turn to face her, instead of giving me another order, she pulls me into a hug. Okay, ask. Ask me first, hello? It was perfect! Congratulations on your first successful order. Thank you. She lets go of me, but keeps a hand on my shoulder. This partnership is going very well so far, if I say so myself. Now on to the next order. For the next few hours, Mirabelle sets me up with some very simple orders, which all go as well as the first one, though without as much hugging. Good. Get off of me. In between, she gives me a tour of the shop. If I didn't know any better, I'd think it was actually a really nice place. But just because the decor is pretty and everything's organized doesn't mean the stock is good. What did we read? What are the reviews? Eventually, the sun begins to set and Mirabelle closes the shop. She waves me off as I leave. I guess she lives on the second floor. Natural potion maker. Yay! To be honest, yesterday still kind of feels like it was an elaborate fever dream. Well, we don't get to know our bedtime routine? Sorry, that was a hiccup. Kind of. One moment I was just job hunting at the bulletin board like usual, and the next I'd signed my soul off to the worst potion shop in town for a week? Why is it the worst potion shop? Okay, so that's a bit overdramatic. It actually went pretty well, all things considered. I earned my keep and nobody got poisoned. Not yet. On the one hand, by this time next week, I'll be completely free from this job. On the other, Mirabelle is so exhausting to be around that even just a week, actually not even a week now, feels like it'll be an almost insurmountable slog. Slog, ugh, I don't like that word. I open the door to the shop, the bright tinkle of the bell mixing with the birdsong in the air. It's me, Mirabelle. Sheeby, it's good to see you. It seems like time hasn't blunted her enthusiasm for me, or the work I'm doing, any. Ready for another great day of work? Yeah, sure. I made sure to tidy up on some basics last night, just in case, you know. Now that's the kind of forward-thinking preparation any shopkeep values in an assistant. So I take it you're ready for today's first order? I sure am. What do we have today? Well, the good news is that the strength potion you brewed yesterday worked perfectly. Good news? Then what's the bad news? That same customer came to the shop in a panic while I was getting ready for bed. Things were pretty hectic in the preparations for the festival, and apparently she dropped some really heavy boxes. Ouch. On someone else's foot. Ouch! That's what I said. She, the woman whose foot had the boxes dropped on her, went to a healer, but, well, you know what they're like sometimes over there. The customer feels really bad about what happened, and she wants to give her a potion to relieve pain. A pain relief potion. There's a few recipes for those, but one that you have ingredients for contains lavender, beeswax, and something cool. Something cool? Yes. Is she messing with me, or did she really just forget another ingredient again? You're a smart cookie, Sheeby. I'm confident you'll do just as well today as you did yesterday. Thank you. No pressure there. Now, if you don't mind, I have some other orders to take care of. I'll be back to check on you in a bit. Mirabelle gives me a quick wave as she leaves me on my own again. We got like pastries in there and coffee. Are we gonna get to that? Probably not. I don't know. Lavender, beeswax, something cool. Okay. Lavender, beeswax, something cool. Rose petals, mint. There we go. Great potion. Let's see. I put all the ingredients in and start stirring. I don't want to jinx it early, but it seems like this potion's going just as well as the previous one. Maybe I have a talent for this. Like before, when the brew is done, I bottle it up. Also like before, Mirabelle is here to take it from me before I can do anything else. Another excellent brew! Why, if I don't watch out, you might steal my job from right under me. Is that supposed to be a compliment? For my own well-being, I'm going to assume that is. Thank you. I'm sure Sarah will find this very useful. Sarah? Oh, she's the customer. I guess the potion isn't for her, but knowing that other woman isn't in pain should take a weight off her shoulders, especially since she doesn't have the strength potion anymore. I'll take this to her right away. Just stay here, I'll have some more recipes for you in a moment. I do really like the music. It's very comforting, very cute, very lively. It's not too much, but it's just enough to keep me awake and focused. With her signature smile on her face, Mirabelle pats me on the head before she leaves. Don't touch me. The next few hours are a cycle between receiving orders, filling them, and being subject to Mirabelle's alternating affection and backhanded praise. And because I'm working full hours today, it feels even more like a slog. Sorry. By the time the shop closes, all I want to do is go to bed. 2 days down, 5 to go. If I survive them. I don't understand what the problem is. Is something going to happen that's going to make us actually understand that there's an issue or what? Oh, wait, I didn't read that one. Oh, shoot. Haha. History? Oh, okay. At the beginning of my 3rd day working for Mirabelle, I make a promise to myself. I won't let this job consume me, even if I'm good at it. Okay. Oh, I can save. Yay. Return. Okay. I haven't known Mirabelle personally for a very long, but she has to know that her shop's reputation is terrible. And if I can help relieve that, well, maybe it's a bit flattering, but it could also lead this job to being way more than I signed up for. I mean, are we doing anything else that's important? I'll see how things shake out in the next few days, but I'm confident that things will turn out well. Why is her shop poorly reviewed? Is it because she's a little overbearing? When I enter the shop, I don't even get a chance to say anything before Mirabelle makes her presence known. Sheeby! Just the woman I wanted to see. I have great news. What is it? That potion we gave Sarah yesterday worked like a charm. She even told me Lillian, that's the woman she dropped the boxes on, was shocked by how well it worked. Oh, that's good. I think there's an implied considering where it was bought in that sentence she's forgetting. Again, what are we doing? Why? In fact, she was so impressed that she just came over to buy another potion herself. Really? Yep, you just missed her actually. We don't have any knitting potions in stock, so I had to ask her to come back later. That's where you come in. A knitting potion? That's what she's using it for anyway. She needs a potion to enhance her concentration and dexterity to make up for the progress she lost on her stall stock. It's pretty simple. Maybe a bit too simple for how well you've been doing, frankly, but I won't have the time to do it myself, so just put in some beeswax, some lavender, and something red. I wonder what's red in our stock. Something red? Oh, I hear the bell. I'll check on you later, Sheeby. Of course you will. I'm just gonna have to figure out ingredients the whole time I'm here, aren't I? Yeah. Because that's the game mechanic. Well, just standing here won't get the potion made any faster. What's something red that goes with beeswax and lavender? Guys, why don't you take a look at the screen and tell me what's something red that can, I don't know. Pretty sure that's it, right? Did I just forget? No, I'm pretty sure that's it. Another potion well made, if I say so myself. I never thought I'd ever make a potion for knitting, but there's first time for everything, I suppose. Ooh, this one looks really pretty. Mirabelle? I'm jolted out of my thoughts by Mirabelle's sudden intrusion, which surprises me so much that I nearly dropped the bottle onto the ground. Luckily, she seems to have the reflexes of a cat, catching it as soon as my fingers lose their grip on the glass. Oops! You should be a little more careful, Sheeby. It's a good thing I was here to help you out, though. I wouldn't have almost dropped it if he hadn't snuck up on me. But it's all right. Just let me get this back out to Lillian and then we can move on to the rest of the day's work. She leaves the back room, so I try my hardest not to think about her fingers brushing up against mine, or how empty the room feels without her presence. Okay, so we suddenly like her? I think the weirdness of the situation might be rubbing off on me. No, I'm being silly. About what? Again! Somehow today has turned into Mirabelle accidentally, at least I hope it's accidental, scaring the living daylights out of me. While I'm making potions, while I'm on my lunch break, while I'm waiting for more orders. It'd be really funny if it weren't happening to me. But it is happening to me, so instead it's driving me up the walls. After the shop closes and I head home, I keep half expecting her to sneak up on me again. At least we're being endeared to her. I was endeared like day one. Because I'm different than the protagonist. I don't know what it is, but something about today feels off. Maybe it's just because I had a bit of trouble sleeping last night. But I can't help but get the feeling that if something's going to happen, that something's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong. I'm too tired to deal with the real crisis today. But my hopes are dashed as soon as I enter the shop. Hello, Sheeby. It's good to see you today. Well, I am your assistant for this week. Mirabelle is more nervous than I've ever seen her. I can tell she's trying to play it off and cover her nerves with cheerful. Anyway, she's really bad at hiding it. Is everything all right? Of course everything's all right. Everything's pushing up daisies for the shop. Why wouldn't I be all right? That's a really long-winded way of saying no. Okay. This isn't really any of my business, is it? I'm not even a long-term employee. Both of our jobs right now are to face today with a smile. Mirabelle pokes at the sides of my mouth. Stop touching me. All right. All right. I relax into a genuine smile despite myself. But if it's genuine, then it wouldn't be in spite of yourself. Okay. Like, you would say, like, reluctant smile. I don't know. Now, Sarah came back over to the shop today. I'm not used to having regulars. I mean, having regulars is a completely normal part of owning a shop. So, of course, I wasn't blindsided by it or anything. That would be silly of me. Anyway, what she needs today is a boost of energy. She has more stuff to move around for the festival, but she's been fretting over Lillian so much that she hasn't gotten a wink of sleep. Are they becoming, like, lovers? This isn't a job for a mere cup of coffee. It needs monstrous energy. That's where you come in. The recipe needs peach seeds. It's really easy. Just peach seeds? Of course not. Have you ever heard of a potion with only one ingredient? So then what else do I put in it? Something blue and something shiny. Her memory is getting even worse. Alright, blue, shiny, peach. Got it. Without saying anything, Mirabelle turns and walks away. Not even an acknowledgement. Somehow, she's way more scatterbrained today than usual. It's kind of disconcerting. I guess that worrying will make the potion create itself, though. Okay, peach seed, something blue, something shiny. Thanks for the reminder. I didn't need it, though. I'm just goated. Actually, I'm sheeped. I'm sheeped. Peach. Blue. Shiny. Dale. Like usual, I put in the ingredients and start to stir. It's becoming kind of a ritual. Soothing in a sense. As I wait for Mirabelle to come back for the potion, I reflect back on the beginning of the day. Something really seems to have rattled her. But what? I assume that someone who's been in business this long with a shop nearly everyone hates would be pretty thick-skinned. Again, why do we hate the shop? Like, I guess the implication thus far is that, like, the potions that she makes have not been good. And now, like, we're here and we're making good potions. And she's like, oh, wow. I don't know. Maybe it was, like, about to be closed and she was, like, help wanted. Anyway. Maybe I was wrong about that. But whatever's going on, I don't think she's going to tell me about it today. I hope she'll be alright. Sheeby? Rather than sneaking up on me, Mirabelle approaches me calmly. Is the potion ready? Yes, I had just finished bottling it up. Wonderful. Let me get this to Sarah and then I'll come back with the next order for you. The rest of the day proceeds with much less fanfare than I'm used to. Mirabelle is much calmer than I've seen her. She's almost acting like a legitimate boss. It's so weird. And it's weird that I think that's weird. What has this place done to me? By the time I clock out and go home, I'm almost dreading the thought of coming to work tomorrow if she's just going to be like that again. Okay, so now we're like mad that she's normal. Okay. Unnormal her. Almost dreading. The part of me that still cares about my paycheck is ecstatic. Okay, girl. The past few days have been such a whirlwind that I feel like I should be prepared for anything when I walk up to Mirabel's shop. But nothing could prepare me for what I saw. Which was absolutely nothing. Mirabel? Are you in there? I tried knocking on the locked door, but I can't hear anything inside. What's going on? She's done plenty of stuff, but she's never been late. Why would she be ignoring us? Is she not at the shop? Was that a king because we were like correct? I don't know. Did she leave? When is she coming back? Is she coming back? Thinking about that makes something ache in my chest. Maybe it's your chest that's aching. Boom. I'm a doctor, actually. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. For as long as it's felt, I've only known her for less than a week. I decide to wait for her, leaning back against the wall of the shop and closing my eyes. After a few minutes, I think it's hard to keep track, I finally hear a familiar voice. Sheeby, I'm so sorry for keeping you waiting. What happened? It's not like you to be late for work. Again, the music stopped. I know, I'm sorry. I had a little bit of official business to take care of. Just some stuff related to the festival, nothing you need to worry about. You know what those seller fees can be like. The festival? It's in 2 days. Shouldn't have fees been handled weeks ago? Under normal circumstances, perhaps. But we have a special arrangement. So you have more leeway on the deadline? Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's pretty convenient. Very. Now come on, let's get to work. What do I need to make today? Oh, I got a lovely visit from Lillian today. Is this the only 2 customers that we have? She's having the exact opposite problem Sarah was, I'm afraid. She's been having such a hard time sleeping lately and needs something that'll, at a bare minimum, give her a really good nap. Make sure to put in mint and 2 things that smell good. Now just a moment, I have some stuff I need to tidy up. She's definitely doing this on purpose now. Mint and 2 things that smell good. Easy. Easy. Mint. Okay, rose petals. Okay, this is actually tough. Okay, so lavender, definitely a potent smell. Rose petals? They don't really smell. Like, when they're on the rose, they smell more fragrant. But just rose petals? Meh. It's also dandelion. And I figured peach seeds might smell a little like peach. This one's actually kind of tough. Okay. This is nice. I'm confident on the lavender. Peach seeds. You might expect it from peaches, but their seeds are extremely potent at affecting energy depending on what other ingredients you use in the potion. They give a tired person a wake-up boost, good insomnia, but good night's sleep. Or even shift elemental energies in the air. Potion made with peach seeds tastes delicious. Okay, but didn't she say something about sleeping? So consider peach seeds. Rose petals. How romantic. Roses aren't just a pretty flower to give to your lover, though. Their petals are a common ingredient in anything that affects passion and emotions, and they're effective at it too, so make sure not to put too many. Legend has it that a witch once used rose petals to make a hate potion. Nobody's ever figured out the recipe they used, though. Maybe that's a good thing. Brr, mint's coolness carries over to its use in potions. It's used to help relieve a variety of ailments, numbing pain, lowering fevers, or cooling tempers. Versatility almost makes up for how easy the plants spread where you don't want them. That's true, they grow very quickly. Unfortunately, mint potions taste far, far worse than mint desserts. Dandelion. More common as a potion ingredient than how common they are. In fact, however, there are very few potion recipes explicitly include them. Okay, so maybe it'll be explicit. Like wishes, dandelions may not always help you reach your goal, but when they do, they have a big effect. Okay, so I'm thinking mint. Coño, what was the thing again? Okay, so I have mint, lavender, that smells good. Let's try peach. Because it's something with the sleep, right? Oh no, wait, what's happening? Did I mess the potion up? But I was doing so well. I think my definition of smells good may be different from Mirabelle's. That's gotta be why the potion came out wrong. Definitely not because I'm bad at making potions. Trying to hide what happened isn't going to help me any, I don't think. I kind of wish there was a way to instantly contact someone from a distance. You'd need some really powerful magic for something like that, though. And I feel like if Mirabelle had the ability to talk to me at any time, she'd probably bother me after work a lot. Maybe that kind of invention would just make things worse. I like the music for when you fail. It's kind of like, oh, it's gonna be okay. I shudder at the thought of having my boss interrupt my dinner. Oh, are you feeling a bit chilly, Sheeby? I'm sure I've got a spare warmth potion that might help you a bit there. No, I'm fine, I swear. When did you get here? Just now. I take it the potion didn't come out too good, huh? I'm afraid not, sorry. Oh, that's too bad. Let me clean this up. Even if you won't take the warmth potion, I'm sure I have a spare shawl for you somewhere. Are you sure you're not coming down with something? I'm sure. I was just thinking about, something really scary. Mirabelle gently taps me on the head. There, I whacked the bad thoughts away for you. Oh, thank you. She can never find out that I was thinking about her. Just because you made a mistake this time doesn't mean you haven't been helpful. I've got a few other things that need doing, so just give me a second now to get you started on those. When I get home later, I feel exhausted. No, I don't get to retry? Bro, that was a tough one. I feel like maybe it was rose petals instead of peach seeds. But like, I don't know, I've smelled rose petals and they're not like super fragrant. I mean, maybe the dried, unless they were dried rose petals, but it just said rose petals. I'm overthinking it, I don't know. Mirabelle really worked me to the bone today. I think she's serious about trying to make the festival work out for her. I can't believe the festival's tomorrow. This definitely isn't how I'd planned on spending it. Who knows how it'll turn out? I feel like anything could happen at this point. It'll definitely be exhilarating for us no matter what. Wait, why am I thinking of Mirabelle's shop in terms of us? I won't even be working here 2 days from now. When I arrive, Mirabelle is waiting for me outside with a sad, solemn smile on her face. Hi, Sheeby. There's something we need to talk about. I swallowed the lump that formed in my throat listening to her voice. What could be going on that would cause her to act like this? Alright, my computer just crashed. Twice actually. So, yeah, we're back. I did find something about this game that I think I don't appreciate too much. So, it didn't save anything, right? Because you have to go here and you have to manually save, right? Or you Q save, like a quick save, right? So you press it and it just has a quick save, you can quick load, or you can go all the way to the save and then go here. I think I've just been spoiled with autosave for so long that I was like kind of expecting it to do that, and then it didn't, and I was like, okay, what the heck? Everything else I really like though. So I believe this is where we went, or where we left off. The thing is that I had to go, like, I had last saved a long time ago, so I had to replay everything. So in that, I was able to do the potion with like the fragrant things, like that final potion that I messed up. I did it correctly this time. It was the rose petals. So it was rose petals, lavender, and I think it told me to do mint. But rose petals was it. I had overthought it. It changed the dialogue very slightly, obviously because we had succeeded, but it wasn't anything like super important, or revealing. It had said like, oh, now we have like new customers or regular customers, whatever. Wait, why am I thinking of it as like a partnership, whatever, right? Anyway, so this is where we left off. What could be going on that would cause her to act like this? I know it can't be my performance. She's not the kind of boss to fire someone who's doing a good job. Come on inside. It'll be easier to talk there than out here. Is something wrong? Not exactly. Well, no, that's not right. Obviously, there's something wrong. I've owned this shop for a few years now. It's not like I don't know what everyone says about me. When I open up the Whelp book and I see all those angry reviews, it hurts. Oh. Honestly, I always thought she was just that oblivious, or that none of the negativity bothered her. And I know that I've been in over my head, that I was never ready to own a shop of my own. Those negative reviews, almost all of them are telling the complete truth. But if I thought I worked hard enough and kept a smile on my face, I could turn things around. It never worked, but I kept trying. Owning my own shop was my dream for so long. I couldn't just give it up. You know that arrangement I mentioned for the festival? Yes, you told me about it, but no offense, it didn't really make sense. Yeah, I left out a lot of information. I applied for a stall this year just like all the other years since I opened up the shop, but they rejected me. Rejected you? Wow. You don't need to be mad at them on my behalf. They were right, but I just couldn't admit it to myself. So I begged them to reconsider. Eventually, they relented, but under the condition that I pay an extra insurance fee. That fee is very large. They were at least nice enough to let me pay it in installments, but if we don't sell every potion we bring to the festival, I'll have to close the shop permanently. I'm almost completely broke now. I'm sorry for not telling you this earlier. I didn't want to put all of that on your shoulders when you were only going to be here for a week. So why are you telling me this now? Because for the first time in a long while, I feel like there's hope. When I put out that job posting, I didn't expect to get someone who was actually really good at making potions. And I definitely didn't expect the person who responded to be such a pretty girl either. Huh? I swore I'd be honest about everything today. No exception. Anyway, if a miracle happens and we sell enough to keep this shop open, I want you working here. You don't have to make a decision right now, but you will promise to think about it at least? Yeah, I promise. Somehow, this just feels right. Not just because I want a job either. I think we can really turn this shop around. It'll take a lot of hard work from both of us, but if we work together, we can do it. Now, before you get too distracted, guess who came up to the counter just before I left to wait for you? Was it one of the regulars? Both of them. They only needed one potion, though. Is it a love potion? And let me guess, I have to brew that potion? You really are a quick learner. This one is a bit unusual. It's not a potion made for drinking. It's one you water a plant with to change its properties. But the method of making it is exactly the same, so just think of it like normal, okay? For a flower's sparklizer, you need peach seeds plus 2 more flower ingredients. But not lavender and nothing yellow. Okay. Huh? You'll figure it out. I think I just heard the bell. Finally, Mirabelle leaves me to my own devices. I really do need to think about it before committing to this job long term. I should at least ask her to get better about sharing actual recipes with me. So, plant ingredients for the plant potion. One of the ingredients is peach seeds, neither is lavender, and none of them are yellow. What does that leave me with? Okay, so peach, rose. I'm thinking 2 rose, because mint isn't a flower, it's an herb. Or as the British would say, a herb. Did I do 2? Hello? What? Okay, I'm very confused because I can't do 2 flower. What? Huh? Peach seeds and 2 other flower ingredients that aren't lavender and aren't yellow. Can mint produce flowers? I'm gonna look that up. I mean, that has to be the only option. I mean, mint flowers? Okay, mint can produce flowers. They're little purple flowers. Okay. Yet another perfect potion coming up. Yay! Maybe it's a bit arrogant to put it like that, but I have been doing a good job. Mirabelle said so herself. Oh, sorry, should I draw some leaves on the label so nobody thinks they can drink it themselves? No, that would just make them think it's made of plants. Just write 4 plants. Which, well, it is, but I don't know if it'll make a person sparkle like it'll make plants sparkle. And that would be a surprise to someone just looking to quench their thirst. What would? I have to be surprised that she's here, but nothing surprises me anymore. You know what would happen if a person were to drink this potion? A whole lot of nothing, probably. Do you want to test the sparkling on yourself? No, I just want to stop people from drinking it when they shouldn't. Oh dear, I don't really think anyone could really stop that. But you may be overthinking it. Mirabelle takes the potion out of my hands, summons a pen out of thin air, and writes something on the label. Then she holds the bottle up to me. Underneath the shop's name and plant sparklizer is written, "Tastes like spoiled milk. Do not drink." Does it really? No, but most people are going to want to find out. Now let's get this out to Lillian and Sarah. I'm dying to figure out why they need sparkly plants. It's really nice to be able to have a casual conversation with Mirabelle. She's still my boss, of course, but after this morning's talk, I feel we've cleared the air. The rest of the day passes by similarly, but as the minutes and hours tick by, I can't help but be increasingly aware of how little time there is until things change for good. There's less than a day now until I have to be at the festival, for better or for worse. At one point, I drop a bottle, an empty one luckily, and Mirabelle asks me if something is wrong. I try to play it off as just being clumsy, but I don't think she buys it. When it's time to clock out, I don't really want to leave, but Mirabelle shoos me outside. She gives me a key to the shop and tells me to let myself in if something comes up. Yay. Trust. I barely have an appetite at dinner, and I'm nearly too nervous to fall asleep. I never thought so much would be riding on the village festival. I've gone every year since I was a kid, and it's almost always just been a good time. This is it. It's the day of the festival. However, this weekend's up is going to be decided today. Mirabelle asked me to come into the shop early today. We did a lot of preparation, but apparently we got a single rush order. So I have to come in to make that potion while she finishes setting up the stall. I let myself in with the key Mirabelle gave me yesterday. The shop feels so barren without her here. When I go to my station, there are 2 folded notes waiting for me. Which one should I read first? I don't know why I have to choose. Return. I almost pressed quit like a dumbass. The note on the left, note on the right. Yeah, left. Dear Sarah, I know we didn't get off on a great start, but I assure you that despite your breaking my foot, oh, this is going to be love letters to each other. This past week has been the most joyful of my life. Your heart bursts with kindness and compassion and cheer, and rather than feeling inadequate, I feel comforted and energized in your presence. If you would allow me the pleasure of being your beloved, I will want for nothing more in my life. With ever-flowing love, Lillian. I don't think I should be reading this. Mirabelle, why did you leave someone else's love letter at my station? I should just look at the other note. Hopefully it's not also a confession. Dear Sheeby, thanks for coming in early today. I know it's not ideal with the festival and all, but when Lillian came up to me and asked for a potion of courage so she could confess to Sarah, I couldn't say no. Have you seen those lovebirds? I was surprised they weren't already courting. She even left a really sweet note for her. Make sure to bring it with you when you come here, alright? You could have made it clear that the note wasn't for me. Why did you even leave it here in the first place? Never mind that. Let me read the rest of this letter. The potion you need to make today is one that increases the drinker's courage. The 3 main ingredients are something romantic, something made in the ground, something you make a wish on. I'm sure you'll be able to help Lillian and Sarah. The relationship depends on you. Bruh. No pressure. Well, I've had plenty of practice now, so it shouldn't be that difficult, right? Something romantic, something made in the ground, and something you make a wish on. What do I have for those? Okay, romantic, it's gotta be rose petals. Something you make in the ground. Here's the thing, something you make a wish on, dandelion, right? Obviously. But cat's eye and peach seeds is the two in between. However, I don't know if cat's eye are naturally occurring gems. I mean, they are to an extent, right? But they're not like, I don't think they're just like polished, you know, and they're like, look like that. I don't know what. I think I did save so we could go back. Something that's made in the ground. Potent intensifier. And then peach seeds, potent affecting energy. I'm gonna do the peach seed. Okay. I operate the cauldron on my ladle like I'm possessed, not really registering what's going on. I have to get to the festival as soon as possible, no matter how this potion turns out. I don't even look at it when I go to bottle it, so I'm not even sure if it's worth drinking. I'll just have to figure that out later. I've got to leave now. Oh my god, if we don't figure... Oh, I'm glad I saved a little bit, you know. At what point did I save? Yeah, 1 on the left. Okay, we're good. Oh, I forgot to read that. It's fine. It's easy to tell when I'm getting closer, since there are more and more people closer and closer together on the streets. I barely manage to avoid running into anybody. I scream. Eventually, I do have to slow down because there are simply too many people to run past. People crowd in groups with their friends and loved ones in front of all the different stalls. Yeah, in front of the 2 different stalls, enjoying a variety of foods and other sundries. I get it though, that would be way too much to draw. I certainly would not. I'd be like, here are the 2 or 3. That's it, that's all you get. Just imagine the others. I'm no one to judge, I would do the same thing. Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, didn't mean to step on your foot. Let me squeeze through for just a moment. Not every part of the festival is like this, but the stall area is always packed to the brim. After a while of moving past people, I finally find my goal. At a small booth in a corner barely out of the shadows is a respectable display of bottled potions with impeccably designed labels, below a sign bearing a familiar shop name, Mirabelle's Miraculous Mixtures. Mirabelle, I got the potion! It's about time! There are so many people here! I managed to wriggle my way through people browsing Mirabelle's wares and behind the stall, sitting in the empty seat next to her. Come on, let me see what you brought. I showed Mirabelle the courage potion she had me make before I left. Oh no, I messed up. Let's just tell her that we didn't have the time to make it, alright? That bad, huh? And make sure not to pour that on any of the bushes here. Ouch. There's no time to waste. Let's get back to selling. You in the red shirt, you look like someone whose life's woes can be helped with a stiff drink. I've got plenty of stiff drinks here for the discerning customer. Mirabelle, that's not what a stiff drink is. She laughed sprightly before turning to look at me with a twinkle in her eye. A stiff drink is just like alcohol, right? It got your attention, didn't it? You're not supposed to get my attention. Am I not? Mirabelle flutters her eyelashes at me, my face immediately feeling hot, and I jerk around to look away from her. She's doing this on purpose. You... I point to a tired-looking woman holding a baby in one arm and a small child holding her other hand. Do you need a monstrous energy potion? As the day goes on, Mirabelle and I try to get people's attention, but surprisingly, it turns out not to be necessary. People are coming to stop at our stall even without being called over. At first, I thought it was out of morbid curiosity, what with how bad a reputation Mirabelle's shop has. And maybe for some people that was it, but soon people actually started to buy potions. Gradually but steadily, the number of potions resting atop our table dwindled. Oh, that's cute. As the sun set, someone brought the last of the potions we set up. We did it! We did! The shop can stay open! Just as Mirabelle said that, a burst of purple fireworks blasted through the sky. Even the fireworks are celebrating our momentous achievement. They are. How courteous of them. Of course I know it's just a coincidence, but it's nice to think that the rest of the village wants to celebrate with us too. Since we no longer have anything to sell, an excellent problem to have, all we can do is watch the firework display light up the night sky. It paints the view above us with a rainbow of different colors, all both beautiful and fleeting. I've seen the fireworks a ton of times, alone, with family, with friends, but somehow it feels different this year. I look to the side to see where Mirabelle is sitting next to me. She's looking at the fireworks with a determined expression on her face. I wonder if she feels the same way I do. When I was thinking about her, Mirabelle kissed me softly on the lips. Whoa! It's awfully unprofessional, I know, but I've been wanting to do that for a while. You have? It's been very distracting. Now I have a very important question for you. Is she? No, she couldn't be, not this soon. Do you promise to come to work tomorrow morning? Will you kiss me again if I do? Absolutely. Then I promise. I'll keep working for you tomorrow and every day after that. That's kind of messed up. Hold on, you'll need vacation and sick days too. Suddenly, I can't help but feel grateful that my last job let me go. If they hadn't gotten rid of me, I wouldn't be here right now. The future of this shop may still be uncertain, but one thing's for sure. However it turns out, Mirabelle and I will face it together. Cute. Kiss the chef. La ma. More like kiss my boss inappropriately. Anyway, that was so cute. I really enjoyed this game. Super cute. The only little thing that I was annoyed with was the save file, but like normal computers wouldn't be like crashing. So it's okay. It's like not at all a concern. But so cute. I loved this game so much. It was so cute. I love the art style. This is so cute. Short and sweet. Adorable game. I do wonder like how it would be if I like bombed every single potion. But that's for you to find out, because I really think you should play this game. It's a free game on Steam. Go ahead and check it out by Studio Elan. I really look forward to what other projects that they may have in store. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful rest of your day. Bye!